Hello viewers, so welcome to my YouTube channel. As always, in this episode I've got news for you. It's no longer news that international students that study in Canada as of November 15th, which is some few days ago, you can now work as many hours if you are actively studying in Canada. I serve you the same news, two videos that I did in the past. So, if you haven't seen that, you might actually go and look into that. So, that is no more in news. I'll be going further on it again just to dissect and tell you additional information regarding that. And also, in this video today, I'll be telling you about the new tier system that has just been introduced to replace the NOC system. So, you want to hang out there, stay tuned. I'll be dissecting this information in this episode. So welcome back to my YouTube channel. I still remember my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality, where I dish out information for those that are already in Canada and those that are outside aspiring to come into Canada. If this is your first time on this YouTube channel, please do me the honor, hit on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so that anytime I drop a video, you always be among the first to get it. And if you enjoy this video, please, it doesn't cost you anything, smash on the like button and do share the video with whoever you feel will benefit from it. So just like I said in the introduction, that it's no longer a news that international students that are in Canada or that are aspiring to come into Canada, they can now work unlimited hours. In the past, the news, what we used to have in the past, when I was an international student in Canada, I could only work 20 hours while actively studying, but when I'm on break, I can do as much hours as possible. But now, the immigration minister, Sean Fraser, courtesy of the Prime Minister of Canada, the party, they just brought the news that international students now can now work, even if they are actively studying, as of November 15, 2020, which is a few days ago, they can now work more than 20 hours. They can now work more than 20 hours as their study permits them. So this rule, this policy is in place from November 15 up until 31st of December 2023. So by next year, December 31st, then we will know if this rule will still be continuous or it will be terminated by then. And don't forget that in the last video that I did when I was talking about this, I made mention that this policy was actually made not 100% in the interest of international students because they love them so much, but actually it was born out of the fact that Canada economy is suffering so much. There are so many retirees and lesser people are coming into the system. So Canada's government, in order for them to improve the economy, they always plan ahead of time. They feel that international students should help in revamping the economy, especially because we're just coming from pandemic. So if they work more hours, they have a way of also contributing into revamping the economy. I think that is the tactical knowledge government is applying this time around. But on the other side, it's favoring international students because now, because of inflation now and because of the recession that we are likely to face if we are not facing it already, international students can now work many hours so that they can actually pay their tuition fee. For those that have not completed their tuition fee, they can actually use that to feed themselves, for transportation, for feeding, for whatever they want to use it for. So with more hours now, they can actually do that. And on the adverse effect, it might affect them academically because some people now, because they need this money so much and because they can now work so many hours on their SIN number now, they'll probably be doing it at the detriment of their study. That is not advisable, but I think that's what some people might be doing, even if I don't succumb to that. In addition to this, it's a laudable development, and kudos to the government for doing this, and because it's actually a positive stop on the international student side. So I think we have to give them kudos for this. Transcending into my second news for today, the tier system. So in the past, we used to have the NOC system. That was introduced sometimes 2016, if I'm not mistaken. The NOC system, that's when we have the NOC O, A, or B, and we have the NOC C and D too. So that's the NOC system that was used by provincial nominee, by express entry, by virtually all immigration avenues to come into Canada. So that's the classification for jobs, different kind of jobs, different kind of work experience you have. That is how you categorize the work experience you have. So it is no longer news that as of November 16, government changed that NOC system. It's in their rule that every 10 years they will always review that. So, and that's why November 16th, the NOC system was terminated, and now we'll be having the tier system. So we have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. So that is the tier system that we'll be having now. It's going to be replacing the NOC system. So the implication of that is that for those that have applied, they are in the pool, you have not been called, you have not been pulled out of the pool, you might need to go and make that adjustment. And so you just have to change it. There are more information. You can actually visit Canada immigration website where you can actually read more for yourself regarding this tier system. I mean, to be sincere with you, it's just that the jobs are now better graduated this time around. They are done better now. If you look at them, you can actually understand better now. I mean, the ambiguity that we found in the NOC system, I think to a certain extent has been corrected in the tier system. So if you want to get more information about this, you can actually go to their website and read more about it. But the implication of this is that if you have to apply for any Canada pathway that requires the tier system, you might have to actually go under using the tier system now because the NOC system has been eroded. Alright viewers, that is just the short video that I have for you today, just to tell you this key information. Don't forget that in the past I've told you that you might not be seeing me every time now, because I mean, I feel if I come out to speak to you, if I come out to produce a video, it has to be something informative. It has to be something that you have to learn from. Okay, so that is why, and also because of the work schedule too, that's why I haven't been frequent like I used to be. But if you feel you have any question, anything you're not clear about, feel free to drop it in the comment section. I try as much as possible to respond, to reply to your question. And also, if you need to read more for yourself too, you can also go to Canada immigration website and actually get information about the immigration system, how you can come into Canada, and lots more. Okay guys, till I come back to you again on this YouTube channel, I still remain my humble self, MC Bernardino. This is Canada Reality. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and also turn on the notification, and don't forget to please smash on the likes button. Till I see you in my next video, peace out, one love.